Hey, Steve Mignani here at High-Octane Classics in Auburn, Massachusetts with something pretty special. This is a 1956 Chevy Cameo Carrier. Now, if you wonder what that is, well, this basically is the very beginning of the luxury pickup truck. Now, the Cameo Carrier was built between 1955, 6, 7, and 8, Chevrolet. There was also a GMC variant called the Suburban pickup truck. And what makes them unique is the fact that these are the highest level pickup trucks available and had Cadillac styling, not just up at the front, but at the back. We'll get to that in a second, but you can notice that bed is a fleet side type bed, smooth all the way down. We'll get to that in a second, but seen for the first time in 1955. Now, this is a 56, so unlike the 55s, which were strictly white with red accents, you can get different colors in 56, and this one is a red truck with the white accents, the reverse of how Chevrolet launched these in 1955. And in total, 10,320 of these were made between 55 and 58. And some were 6 cylinders, others were V8s like this. Now this is a 265 V8. And as far as I know, it actually is. It might be a later engine, not sure, but it appears to be exactly the way these were built. And when you talk to the salespeople, they can tell you more about the exact displacement. But the single 4-barrel, that's a Rochester iron foot 4-barrel, which is absolutely period correct. The air cleaner is also a period correct item. And something seen for the first time is an option in 1957 on any Chevy truck was power steering. You can see here how the original generator piggybacks with a power steering pump. This is a circular pump right here. These hoses provide hydraulic fluid to a ram that is a supplemental steering item that's mounted to the front beam axle. So again, 1955, first year for power steering on any Chevy pickup truck. But this is just nicely restored under the hood. 55 also first year for 12-volt electricals. We see the battery up on the firewall, and that's the factory location. So here it is, a 56, the second year for the Cameo. And the one thing you'll love about these is just the way that the Series 2 1955 Chevy trucks emulated the look of the 55 Bel Air up front. This is basically a 12/10 Bel Air, from the egg crate grille inspired by Ferrari to the hooded headlights inspired by the Cadillac lineup. And again, Chevrolet stylists really brought the pickup truck into the 20th century, really, with the 55 second series. Now we say second series, that's a reference to the fact that Chevrolet sold the old style bulbous pickup truck till midway through 55, Series 1, first series, and the second series arrived, I think, in March of 55, and that would be these designs here. Now this one here does have the V, telling us, yes indeed, it's a V8 truck. And the hubcaps on this, these are the Bel Air style hubcaps. The red wheels are correct, the wide whites are correct. Now these are more modern radial tires with the wide whites, but they look the part of the correct tire, but give you the better handling on the highway of a modern radial tire. Now we look in here and we see the trim tag, or the VIN tag actually up here, and the V in the first spot tells us this is a factory V8 truck. So pretty cool, but yes, you could get a 6-cylinder in your Cameo if you wanted, the 235. Now a nice little day 2 item here on the dashboard is the prism, this little sort of seashell prism right here. And the point of that is when you pull up to a traffic light suspended by a cable over the street, especially with this visor in place, which is a factory item, you don't have to strain your neck or poke your head out the window to see if it's yellow, green, or red. This little prism will reflect the color and save you that problem. Now this does have an automatic transmission. If we can get a close-up of the quadrant on that, you'll see that it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. What? 4 speeds? Yes. This is the Hydromatic 4-speed automatic. First seen, I think, in 1952. Heavy transmission, sold in Cadillac cars and also licensed to Lincoln. Yes, Lincoln used this same transmission, but it's a 4-speed. And first, the top gear is a 1-to-1. It's not an overdrive, but it basically is one of the first modern automatic transmissions out of Detroit. The Hydromatic 4-speed and present and accounted for. Now, the thing about the Cameo, 2 things that are key issues. The panoramic rear window, which was optional on other trucks, but standard fare, the wraparound rear window glass, exotic stuff. I mean, space age stuff right here, 1955, 56, seen here. But the biggest thing about the Cameo is the bed. Now we can see here that the bed itself, the box is narrow. That's essentially the stock step side type metal bed, but the external slab side panels are fiberglass. These right here are fiberglass add-ons. Now you gotta remember, in 1953, Chevrolet wowed the world with the world's first mass-produced fiberglass car, the Corvette. And it was still high on the fiberglass thing in 55 with the Cameo, and thus these bed sides are fiberglass on all 55 through 58 Cameos. And it's a key thing. So is the two-tone treatment, and around the back, instead of a beam rear bumper like most pickup trucks for utilitarian, these have a Cadillac-esque chrome bumperettes. And I believe these are 54 Chevy taillights right here. I may be wrong, but these are absolutely way cooler than the little pods you'd have on a standard pickup truck. The spare tire is underneath this rolled panel right here. Take these bolts off, this flips down, the spare is inside. And the bed itself is a pretty cool piece. Let's take a look inside here. And yeah, the wood floor is correct. But again, notice how narrow this is. That's because a basic step-side bed is hiding inside behind these fiberglass rear quarter panels. The tailgate is beautiful, nicely restored. This truck has not seen a day of work in its life, or at least not for a long time. Just a nice restoration. And it has the correct Dana 44 rear axle. Dual exhaust probably added. Not sure if that would have been a factory item, but no harm done. This has a wonderful burble at idle and just a good motorboat V8 sound when going down the road. So that's the story of the 1956 Chevy Cameo Carrier pickup truck. A great example here, a nice restoration. This can be purchased with as little as 10% down here at High-Octane Classics. And they do accept trades, late models, customs, motorcycles, you name it, they'll consider it as a possible trade. And they do deliver at High-Octane Classics to anywhere on the planet. And keep in mind too that High-Octane Classics has been in business for about 15 years, and they're always looking for, qualified sales and service people. And if you have 1 or 10 or 20 cars you want to sell, consider giving them a call at High-Octane Classics, because they do buy cars to replenish the inventory. The number at High-Octane Classics is 508-859-4515. And to learn more about this beautifully restored 56 Chevy Cameo Carrier pickup, check it out on the High-Octane Classics website.